All right, here we are in 7F1, interactive truth table set number 2, and this is number 11. We're supposed to create a truth table and then determine whether the two statements are logically equivalent. So I'm just going to fill out the truth tables for each of these compound statements, like always. And then the interesting part is the way that we're going to interpret the results of the truth table. What we're going to do is we're going to compare the truth values under the main operators of each of them. And if they have the same truth value on every line of the truth table, that means the two statements are logically equivalent. If at any point they have different truth values on any line of the truth table under their main operators, then they're not logically equivalent. That's just the definition of logical equivalency, and you got to know that by heart. But let's start by filling out the truth table. I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to start all the way inside the parentheses. Here's the wedge. At least one disjunct has to be true to make it true. So we got true, 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 false, true, 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 false. And now we'll move to the main operator is the only logical connective outside of parentheses, the conjunction, which has to have both conjuncts true in order to be true. I'm looking at the K column and I'm looking at the wedge column. So we got true, 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 false, 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 false. All right, and now I'll come over here. And again, I noted this is going to be the main operator column because it's the only logical connective outside of parentheses. And I'm going to go start with the inside parentheses with the conjunction. Both conjuncts have to be true. So we got true, true, false, 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 false. And now we'll do the disjunction. Remember, so I'm looking at this column and the R column, and with the wedge, only one of the disjuncts has to be true to make it true. So we got true, 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 false, true, false, true, false. And now I want to compare the lines of the truth table. All right, so line 1, we got true, true. Line 2, true, true. So far, all the same. So far, they're logically equivalent. Line 3, true, true. Line 4, false, false. So they're still logically equivalent. Line 5, false, true. They're not logically equivalent because on line 5, they got different truth values. Line 6, false, false. Line 7, false, true. Again, more evidence they're not logically equivalent. Line 8, they're both false. Now, this is actually an important point to take note of. So they're not logically equivalent. But note this, that if you've got all that happened is we shifted these parentheses, right? We had K and Q or R, but over here we've got the disjunction is in parentheses. It's K and at least one of these are true. And then over here we've got K and Q or R. And I want you to notice this and remember this. Those are not logically equivalent. You can't just slide parentheses around and expect that, oh yeah, these have all the same truth values. That's going to be important for us when we do replacement rules later on. So those are not the same thing.